So a friend of the channel asked me to look into something called the purple tax, and the subject of it arose because he was talking about taxes with another person, and a bystander overheard them talking, and he mentioned, hey, have you guys looked into the purple tax? For those who do not know, I'm going to have a link below and you can look it up. The purple tax is a consumption tax, which is more or less, it's kind of a sales tax. There's a component of it that is a sales tax, but there's also additional components of it that cover things like Social Security from the employer and things like that. It touts that the current system is only able to effectively tax 15%, whereas the purple tax will allow the system to increase in efficiency and effectively not only be more fair, but also increase the taxation to 17.6%. That would mean for every $100 transacted, $17.60 of that would be towards taxes, federal centralized taxes. Is it better than the current system as far as the way that the Internal Revenue runs the income tax on a scale based on income, to where the more you make, the higher your taxed percentage, and the lower you make, the lower your taxed percentage? It's more fair to the people who are taxed more, just like what is more fair when they have like a flat rate tax. My thing about it is I do not feel that taxation is a moral act, and I do not think that it's right to take people's money. It makes it difficult for me to say, oh yeah, this is the way to go. Frankly, I believe the way to go is to not tax the people. That's what I think should happen. Now keep in mind, let's say this whole thing goes up to 17.6%. On top of that, you'll have your various state taxes still. You'll have your fees still. You'll have your county land taxes still. So you're going to be getting taxed more with the purple taxes. Now, in addition to that, the government will still be using your money for things that you may not agree with, and it will still be racking up the equivalent debt. Because think about this, even at the 15% that it is now, the budget is so far over that amount of money coming in that it's almost like they can't even borrow money fast enough. Okay? So, overall, man, I don't know. I honestly wish people would be more interested in the right and wrong of property rights, and we go from there. And, you know, if we allow for a strict observance of individual property rights, and it comes down to somebody has to take care of their personal property, I think you would see quite a bit of a change. I don't necessarily know about a national sales tax or things like that, because what would end up happening it's never going to move backwards. Okay, you're going to end up with a sales tax plus the income tax will be back. All the while, did you guys know that tariffs are remarkably lean right now? Did you know that? There's a lot of favorable status for tariffed items. You might want to look into that a little bit too. There was another thing I wanted to put a link for, but hopefully it'll come to me, and I will make another video about it. All right, man. Hope that answers your question. I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily brought some of y'all closer to a solution. I hope and I wish that those of you who think, well, you know, we need to get taxes because, you know, things need to happen and things like that. I really hope that you guys think about what it is you're saying, especially when you're like, well, you know what, taxes are necessary. Dude, they rack up a 13 some odd trillion dollar debt, whether we're taxed or not. It's out of hand. It's out of hand, and it's time to think about this stuff, and it's time to test it. Okay? It's time to really examine whether or not we're doing the right thing. I don't know. I don't have any grandchildren yet, but I like them enough that I don't want to saddle them with your bullshit. Yeah, you. All right, y'all take care.